Alagano. Several solar panels were seen on buildings in the location, which indicated that it was being used as a command and control facility or possibly housing high-value targets. The air interdiction mission was conducted using one F-7 and two Alpha Jet. Subsequent BDA revealed the structures with the solar panel as well as other adjoining structures were damaged. Also, a suspected Boko Haram terrorist technical attempted to make an exit run from the vicinity, but was struck by subsequent wave of attack. The footage of this strike is also as shown. That's a strike by the F-7 at one of the buildings with the solar panel, taking it up immediately. You could see the entire area engulfed in fire, and that's a technical trying to make an exit run, and as he's taken off by the Alpha Jet with a precision strike there. Another Alpha Jet strike is what we have just observed with the smoke. And the BDA is showing you here some of the damaged solar panels that were early sighted. Now let us take a look at overview of operational accomplishment and achievement in the second quarter. The aircraft types presently in the theater are shown on the screen. During the quarter, the L3 Line ZA aircraft was also brought in from time to time to bolster our offensive operation. Accordingly, based on the current situation in our area of responsibility, in second quarter of 2017, the air component conducted the following air mission. Air interdiction. Air interdiction missions were conducted by the F-7NI, Alpha Jet, L-39ZA, Mi-17, and Mi-35M helicopters to neutralize Boko Haram terrorist targets within the theater. A total of 108 air interdiction sorties were conducted from April to June 2017. This is a marked increase over the figure of 80 air interdiction sorties conducted in the first quarter. This is an indication that the increase in the number of air assets introduced into the theater has enabled the air component to conduct simultaneous air interdiction missions. Next is close air support. The air component provided close air support in almost all the instances that the ground troops reported being in contact with BHTs. The F-7, Alpha Jet, Mi-35M provided close air support for the troops from April to June 2017, flying a total of 27 sorties, which is 10 sorties less than the mission conducted in the first quarter. The drop in close air support mission is indicative of the fact that the ground forces had less contact with Boko Haram terrorists than recorded in the first quarter. The implication here is that the insurgents are largely on the run, and their capability to wage significant offensive has been curtailed, ostensibly due to significant pressure exerted by the air component's air interdiction operation. Let us take a look at armed recce and armed escort missions. Armed recce, AR for short, missions were conducted extensively to locate and engage opportunity targets, while armed escort missions were conducted to escort own platform transiting through vulnerable areas. The F-7, Alpha Jet, Mi-35 conducted a total of 129 armed recce and armed escort sorties from April to June 2017. This is less than 177 armed escort sorties conducted between January and March of the same year, largely due to a reduction in the area considered to be a stronghold of Boko Haram terrorist location. This reduction is due to air effort in concert with ground operation to flush out Boko Haram terrorists from their previous strongholds. What about the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions? The Beechcraft, Diamond 42 aircraft, and CH-3 Alpha were used to conduct ISR over the theater. A total of 192 ISR sorties were conducted by this platform from April to June 2017. This is, however, slightly less than 208 ISR missions conducted in the first quarter, largely due to weather conditions during this period. Next is casualty evacuation and medical evacuation missions. Casualty evacuation and medical evacuation missions were conducted using Mi-17, AC-135, and Agusta 109 LUH helicopter. These missions continue to improve the survival rate of wounded in action and sick troops, thereby positively impacting on the morale of the fighting troops. A total of 21 sorties were conducted from April to June 2017, as against 27 conducted from January to March 2017. The marginal reduction in this mission is heartwarming, and the air component will continually strive to create favorable conditions necessary to reduce the need for casualty evacuation to the barest minimum. It is, however, gratifying to note that most of the sorties flown were for medical evacuation missions and a few casualty evacuation for non-life-threatening injuries. Tactical airlift is next. Troops movement and logistic resupply mission were effectively provided by the Mi-17, EC-135, and Agusta 109 LUH helicopter in the support of own and ground forces operation. On the whole, a total of 146 sorties were generated to airlift 550 persons and resupply 8,499 kilograms of logistics within the theater from April to June 2017. These figures are significantly lower than the previously recorded figure of 232 sorties to airlift 686 persons and resupply 25,567 kilograms of logistics. This is understandably so due to increased number of operations conducted by the ground forces in the first quarter. A look at combat air patrol mission. Combat air patrol missions were conducted to keep an eye on activities and potential threats in the outer and inner metropolis area of Maiduguri and Yola using the Mi-35, Agusta 109 LUH. A total of 15 sorties were generated for combat air patrol mission in second quarter of 2017. These missions were very useful in providing assurance of security perimeters in Yola and Maiduguri. A look at auxiliary missions. Some auxiliary missions were conducted in the theater, such as training mission, functional check flight missions, staff continuity training, base defense simulation, and ferry flights. A total of 151 sorties of auxiliary missions were conducted from April to June 2017. As indicated on the screen, our air efforts were focused largely on generating both day and night ISR and armed recce sorties to identify targets for air interdiction, while also conducting several airlift missions in support of ground troops. Overall, from April to June 2017, a total of 568 missions were conducted in 821 sorties, with a total of 1,200